the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for Milwaukee, their start of the season can only be described as outstanding. Fans and the coaching staff and the players, too, have to be pleased with how their team and overall gameplay has been coming together. And an extra minute here. Shaq, one of the most exciting moves to watch in basketball, a slashing drive to the rim. Who would you say are the league's best slashers?
I'm going to be quick because I'm not really a guard. I know Kenny probably has a couple things to say. Let me go with Russell Westbrook, freak athlete, attack mentally, Monte Ellis, elite quickness to
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they come in off a good outing against the Golden State Warriors, and they finished that one out up 4. Competitive, but ultimately they prevailed.
You just have to admire the versatility they were able to display offensively.
Scoring came from every direction, all over the place. If one approach didn't work for them, they found another one that did.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Then it's Greg Monroe, and it's Harvey in at the shooting guard position.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role.
Parker against Randall. Parker, right side, just 5 on the clock. Takes the turnaround Jay, and the shot is long.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Scott. Can't hit. Now the Bucks take it the other way.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. No way you expect him to miss that shot.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Great open look there. Scott's got 5.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Parker against Randall. Parker drives in. Mozgov with the block.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
For Milwaukee, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Parker, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
And he gets it to go. 8 points for Freak.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it. I'll tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Screen by Monroe. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Mozgov grabs the board. Lakers leading by 7. Russell dishes to Williams. 3-pointer. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. The defense practically giving them those shots.
And Los Angeles will go for it. Here is Russell. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Bucks. They've got Antetokounmpo. Greg Monroe is out there with Harris. Then it's Jared Bayless. And it's Rozier in at the point guard. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Spurs made a big difference. He finished with 15 points, but also came away with 5 big rebounds. The cherry on top for him, in addition to his outing, was ending the losing streak his team had been suffering through. We all know how big those moments can be for a team, Kevin.
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. And he was definitely on in that game. That's exactly the kind of explosiveness you come to expect from Lou Williams. This guy is sweet putting it in the basket.
There's the pick. Here is Bayless. He's guarded by Williams. And the basket by Harris. Here's Clarkson. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Scott has it in the corner. The baseline jumper goes down. And the Lakers lead by 14. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against San Antonio.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Here's Antetokounmpo following the basket by Freak. Antetokounmpo kicks to Harris. The shot no good. Excellent D there from Mozgov. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Picked by Randall. This one for three. Kept alive. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
Now here's Williams. He has 7. The pass to Scott. Williams dishes to Mozgov. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. That's good. And that's 17 points for Freak.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Bayless. Pass to Rozier. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. They set the screen. Shot clock at 6. To end the run, the shot's good from Bayless. Bayless has got his first points of the game. Lakers leading by 18. Clarkson passes to Randall. The dish, Clarkson. He kicks it to Williams.
He may have to become more of an integral part of their offensive scheme.
First one falls for him. And some changes here for the Lakers. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Mozgov. Bass comes in for Randall. And Maurice Harkless subbed in for Lou Williams. And he makes both free throws. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Patience. Patience.
Russell is checked in for Los Angeles.
Getting to long rebounds, which equal to transition points. Make the defense
A dominating
move, and let's pass a good shot for a great shot. Let the game come to you. Forcing the issue too much.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
Scott in at the 3. Russell is out there with Williams. Then it's Randall. And it's Mozgov in at center, locking down the middle. That's the Laker 5.
You have got to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
Greg, I don't know what else they can do. I mean, even when they've closed out on him, he's still been knocking them down.
Parker dishes to Monroe. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established the position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Now here's Mozgov. Outside Williams for three. No good. Bucks trail by 18. Passes to Harvey. Dishes it to Monroe. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Monroe's got 4 points this quarter. There's a good screen. The drive by Russell. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here.
Let's take a look here at the stats for Scott. He had a strong showing last season. 7th in three-point field goal percentage. And he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And, you know, back to his tremendous efficiency from 3 last year, I tell you what, he's truly a dead-eye shooter when he gets a good look.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Tobias Harris is checked in for Parker, and Jared Bayless subbed in for Harvey. Antetokounmpo kicks to Bayless. 6 to shoot, 18 feet out. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They led the game at 1 point by 20. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
And, you know, when you only see a team twice a year, Greg, it's hard to really get a good understanding of who they are or a good feel for them. And oftentimes, that can lead to a series split.
The Bucks have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
Rozier, he's checked in for Milwaukee. The drive by Scott, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Boy, he wanted everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on the rim is, I guess, one way to do it.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, you want to make sure you don't get teed up from a situation like that.
And again, the Bucks miss. Lakers leading by 17. Russell passes to Scott. Back to Russell. And they double up Russell. Just his first attempt. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Randall's got his first basket of the night. The Bucks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Some changes for the Lakers. In for Los Angeles. Scott comes in for Randall. Milwaukee also making some changes. Jarnell Stokes comes in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Jordan Adams in for Rozier.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Now, here is Russell. 15 points in the game.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Scott dishes to Russell. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Bucks trail by 21. Harris kicks to Withy. The shot's good from Bayless. Bayless has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Russell. Bayless grabs the board. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And it's Harris off the drive. Harris missing again. Los Angeles leading by 19 points. Harkless the pass to Scott. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Bayless dishes to Harris. Shoots. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. 10 points for Tobias Harris.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Scott can't get it to go. And Bayless kicks to Harris. The 11-footer. Scott pulls it in. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Lakers on top, up 19. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Williams with the ball on the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Then it's Greg Monroe, and it's Harvey in at the 2.
And he's looking to really stretch this lead out, even with the cushion they have, still letting it fly from long range.
Here's Parker. They get it back. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Scott, good.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Here's Harvey, and that one's good.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And Scott has it in the corner. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Lakers passing it around. Scott the pass to Randall. Can't get it to go. Good D by Parker. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Fires at the elbow. Here's Monroe. The shot from the low post is good.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Ladies and gentlemen, Russell, he's checked in for Clarkson.
D'Angelo Russell.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Outside, Russell.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Here's Antetokounmpo. The rebound by the Lakers. Mozgov's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Again, Los Angeles.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Pass to Harvey. Parker outside. Six on the shot clock from 12 feet out. Parker with another miss.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Outside, Scott. The shot misses. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Meekins. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lots of room. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Mozgov. Pass comes in for Julius Randle. And Tony Snell subbed in for Williams. There's the screen. And the basket by Rozier.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just... Big time finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim, too, just for good measure.
Yeah, but guys, nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating every now and then.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Robinson, a screen on Russell. Left side, Adams. Fires for 3. Rebound by Smith.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Robinson drives in. There's the pass to Rozier. Here's the screen. Feeds it to Stokes. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Adams' shot is good.
Yes, sir.
1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Russell dishes to Scott. The drive by Russell. A baseline J. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Scott. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in. And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Seven seconds left in the 4th quarter. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. And we witnessed tonight just how he came to be the NBA's #1 scorer. He's just on another level when it comes to putting the ball in the basket. Did it all game long. Again.
That was Freak turning up the volume right there, baby, all the way up to 11. And the stereo only goes to 10, Ernie, but we're at 11 right now. The man himself may be quiet, but his performance spoke very loudly.
Just an unreal performance for him in so many ways. That was a player at the absolute top of his game. It's hard to imagine someone being any more dominant than he was tonight.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We're bringing you the Los Angeles Lakers out at Staples Center as they'll face off against the Boston Celtics. For Boston, they won their last matchup, that game against Houston. This is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. Well, without a doubt, the best thing to happen to the Lakers this offseason was jumping up in the lottery to land the #2 overall pick, which they used on D'Angelo Russell. Kenny, how much does this help the Lakers?
Well, years ago, the Lakers had a pick.
Welcome, everyone, to the sold-out Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. It's the home of the Lakers, where we're broadcasting live today for 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You look at the Celtics. This is a team showing a better record this year over last. This was their goal, and it's coming to fruition so far.
It's go time. Now, these are two teams whose rivalry goes way back, and anytime they renew it, the fans, as well as all that are involved, are going to be in for a treat.
I like that. Go time. That's a good way to put it. I mean, this will be a testy encounter between these two. The build-up to the game has been extremely intense. I think everybody's expecting some kind of volatility to erupt on the floor today.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Derek Williams is out there with Johnson. And it's Hill in at center. Pick up by Hill. Bradley against Williams. Johnson sets the screen for Bradley. Just 4 to shoot. Hill buries it from about 10 feet away.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Outside, Russell. To the paint. Here's Scott. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Scott's got his second bucket of the night. The Lakers on D. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Mozgov a screen on Thomas. Russell dishes to Mozgov, and the basket good. Mozgov's got his first bucket of the night.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Williams a screen on Russell. Thomas kicks to Williams, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Now, here is Russell. Coming off a stellar performance against Milwaukee. And he gets it to go. And it's 6 points for Freak.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Thomas kicks to Bradley. Nice ball movement by Boston. Johnson sets the screen for Thomas. He feeds it to Johnson. Hill. And he jams it with authority.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Russell passes to Scott, and he gets it to go. Scott's got 8 points.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Here is Thomas. 20 points for him last game against the Rockets in Houston.
But what stood out for me was his gorgeous playmaking out there. I mean, over and over, he was finding his teammates in a great position to score.
Scott, he's in at 3. Mozgov is out there with Randall. Then it's Russell. And it's Clarkson in at the 2 spot. That's the Laker 5. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks was just a man on a mission. He finished with 36 points and did his work from a pair of lines, hitting from both beyond the arc and from the charity stripe. Safe to say he is out of his funk after a game like this. He'll try to keep up this pace now, guys.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
Teardrop shot, and good on the basket. Book it. And it's a 9-point Laker lead.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Thomas. Mozgov with the block. And they'll keep possession. And here's the fast break. And then Scott slams it in.
Oh, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Los Angeles leading by 9. Outside Russell. Down low. And finished off by Scott.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Russell off a pick from Scott. Scott with a screen on Thomas.
You know, usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks. But that's not the case here.
Well, it's about rhythm, and they put this run together on the strength of their mid-range jump shot. They might as well be layups with the way they're shooting.
It's Allen on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Tipped away. Mozgov with the steal. Russell dishes to Mozgov. Johnson against Randall. Scott with a screen on Johnson. There's the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Bradley with the rebound.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
But they recover it. Pick up by Hill. Launches it. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Bradley.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your post.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Jason Smith, he's checked in. And so we conclude the first half. Lakers ahead. They lead by 7. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
In the event an emergency evacuation is necessary, please walk calmly out and away from the facility. Ladies and gentlemen.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Wow, this game just a commanding performance for G. He has 14 points and a couple of great-looking rejections. So far, 2 blocks.
Yeah, you know, he's had a great feel for their ball movement down low and for where to be when the shot's going up.
On the court for the Celtics, Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Johnson is out there with Williams, and it's Hill in at the 5 spot.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Randall. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Randall's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Lakers. Williams, a screen on Russell. Dishes it to Hill. Again, missing Hill.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Scott, good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And now a 12-point Laker lead.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Bradley with the ball. Williams picks him up. Outside Bradley. Pass to Johnson. Williams with a clean look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Here's Scott. And that's collected by Hill.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Bradley kicks to Hill. Nice ball movement by Boston. Thomas goes in.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Here's Russell. Good on the 13-footer. Russell's got his second basket of the game.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And Thomas, here we go.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Celtics have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. And he makes the first. And the Lakers making a change here. Snell's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Allen's checked in for Williams. Lakers leading by 12. Russell kicks to Randall. The rebound by Johnson.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Bradley with the ball. Now defended by Randall. Thomas kicks to Hill. He dishes it to Allen. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots. And he hits the jumper for 2.
And this offense needed that one after 4 misses to start the half.
The Lakers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Scott goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Thomas passes to Bradley. Allen dishes to Johnson. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Clearly a mental lapse at an inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a terrible mistake, Greg, to make it any time. But it's really exacerbated when you make it at this time.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for Mozgov. Pass to Randall. Here's Scott. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Scott's got the lead up to 14 now for the Lakers.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort. And a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Russell kicks to Harkless. The rebound by the Celtics, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
Randall with the ball. Now Thomas defending. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part.
Going to change here as well. Scotty's checked in for Tony Snell. And there's the feed to Hill. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Let's take a look here at the stats for Scott. Good season for him last year. 7th in three-point field goal percentage. And he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And, you know, back to his tremendous efficiency from 3 last year, I tell you what, he's truly a dead-eye shooter when he gets a good look.
Excellent use of the screen that time. He's got 6.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Russell passes to Bass. The jump hook uses the glass to drop it in. Bass has got his second bucket.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
There's a good screen. Simon, defended by Scott. Here's Knox. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Now that's a kill by that move.
Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Lakers lead by 12. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. Los Angeles leading by 12. Scott in at small forward. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Mozgov. And it's Randall in at the 4 spot. That's the Laker 5. They set the pick. Williams kicks to Thomas. No good on the triple. The Lakers shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Williams dishes to Scott. Count the bucket. Scott's got 23.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Johnson in the corner. Celtics passing it around. Knox. The three-pointer no good. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, it makes it tough for the defense to chase that ball around when it moves that crisply all over the court.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Here's Scott, and the Lakers check on 2 more.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Boston.
Avery Bradley.
Lets it go from 14. Mickey can't hit. Lakers leading by 18. On the wing, Scott. Scott missing again.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And then Johnson with the jam.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep It's simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
And so it's the Lakers with it. They host the 76ers after this game. Over in the corner, Williams. It's Scott on the wing. Back to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Scott, good.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
Johnson with a screen on Williams. Back to Thomas. Fires the 3. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Pass to Mickey. Johnson the screen. Kicks to Bradley. The shot from 20 feet away. Rebounded by the Lakers. Mozgov's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Williams. There's the pass to Mozgov. Here's Scott. Ball's knocked loose and taken away by Johnson. Here's Bradley. No good. Nice D from Williams. Clarkson kicks to Williams. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But again, it's just one game, but nonetheless, a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Smith checked in for Mozgov. Bass comes in for Randall. And Tony Snell subbed in for Clarkson. Williams kicks to Snell. Feeds it to Bass. Inside, Scott. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Lakers.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
That's good from Scott.
Come on, stay on the boards. Stay on the boards.
Scott hits them both. Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. There's 1:26 left in the 4th quarter of this one.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Los Angeles.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Yeah, it's a fun way to play, and it's fun to watch, too.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. So I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Scott. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Good, and the assist goes to Russell. 34 points for Freak.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Williams passes to Blatch. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for the Lakers, Andre Blatch, taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. Now, here is Russell. And they double up Russell. A drive by Scott. That's good. Scott's got 36.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Fires from the corner. Offensive rebound. Back to Russell. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.